one of the industries that was poised to become a very important industry in Texas was the coal industry. To understand coal, first we ought to understand what the different types of coal are. Essentially, there's the lowest grade of coal is peat. You usually think of peat as being like from Ireland, peat bogs or something like that. But essentially, it's just decayed tree and plant matter that's been compressed into the lowest grade sort of coal product. Just above that is lignite or brown coal. That's the lowest grade true coal. Next one up is bituminous. Bituminous coal is kind of a medium grade coal and is really the most common. Anthracite is the coal we think of, like a lump of coal for Christmas, for instance. It's probably a lump of anthracite. It's glossy black, high grade, hard, and it burns a good long while. That hard lump of coal, that's anthracite. Guess what? There's not any in Texas. The highest grade of coal is actually graphite. And graphite is pencil lead. It won't burn at all. So we're not even going to regard that. So Texas doesn't have peat, and it doesn't have anthracite, but it does have lignite and bituminous. The lignite coal in Texas occurs in central Texas and down along the coastal bend. The bituminous coal, best coal in Texas, occurs around the town of Thurber. Texas, in a national coal context, is actually part of what's known as the Gulf Province. The Gulf Province includes all those coal beds in Texas and Louisiana in kind of a sweep along the northern coast of the Gulf of Mexico. Now, in comparison, the best coal in the country is found in Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Kentucky. That's where the really good anthracite is. The rest of the coal in the country is subpar compared to that. Well, where did the Texas coal industry come from? Coal is first mined in Texas in the 1880s. And in fact, by 1883, Texas is cranking out 125,000 tons. By the time we get to 1913, right on the edge of World War I, that has been increased to nearly 2.5 million tons of coal. That's a pretty significant jump. The peak coal in Texas occurred in 1917, primarily driven by demand from World War I. From that point on, coal production in Texas declines down to 800,000 tons in 1935, and then it plummets down to a mere 18,000 tons by 1950. Most coal mined in the state is used within the state to generate electricity. So it's mined here, it's burned here. The coal industry is pretty moribund until the 1970s. And then all of a sudden, there is a boom. And most of this boom is really driven by increases in technology and increases in demand for electricity generation. 1970, Texas produces more than 48 million tons of coal.